Hello, Storytime friends. Thank you so much for joining me for another lunch break story time this afternoon. I am here with my little Kit Kat. Yeah, Kit Kat, do you want to say hi to everybody? You want to say hi to everybody? No? Okay, that's all right. Maybe later. Maybe if I give her a little bit of a treat. I know our bird is so ready for story time because we get to sing in story time, and Kaba, our bird, loves singing. Yeah, the treat's got her over here. Here you go, Kit Kat. Yeah, do you want another one? Want one more? Do you want one more? Want one more? Say hi to our Storytime friends. Good job. Good job. I bet that you guys can guess. No more right now. I bet that you guys can guess what our Storytime theme is for today. Can you guess, Kit Kat? Is it cats? Is it cats? Yeah, I have my little kitty ears on. I have my kitty pin, and I have my very own kitty right here with me. I don't think she's gonna stay for the whole story time, but maybe for just a little bit. Maybe if we give some more treats later, she'll come back. Yeah, we're gonna be talking all about cats today. Does anybody have their own cat at home? Does anybody have a cat as a pet like I do? Do you have any doggies or other types of pets like our bird or a fish maybe? You know, pets are such a big responsibility. So sometimes when we're little, it's not time for us to get a pet yet because we can't help take care of it. And it takes a lot of work, doesn't it? It takes a lot of work to take care of an animal, right? It's a big commitment. So if you don't have a pet yet, I bet you have a stuffed animal that you can sing some of these rhymes with. I bet that you have a stuffed animal or a dolly that maybe could pretend to be a kitty with, like, I'm wearing my kitty ears and pretending to be a kitty today. I bet that your dolly would help pretend to be a kitty for this story time. Now, before we get all into our kitty theme, we have to sing our hello song to say hello to one another before we even talk about our kitties. So our hello song has a couple of different sign language words. If you've joined us before, you know just what I'm talking about. This is our hello friends song. So we have hello in sign language, and we have friends in sign language. Now hello is very easy. All we do is we take a little bit of a salute. We tuck our thumb into our hand, take a little bit of a salute from our forehead. Hello, hello. Now, friends is a little bit harder, especially for our tiniest little Storytime friends, because we have to separate out both our pointer fingers from the rest of our hand, right? We separate out our pointer fingers and they hug like real friends, right? I know sometimes in COVID times we're not able to hug our friends like this, but that's how we can remember this sign, and one day we'll be able to hug our friends again. Now, if you're ready with both of those signs, you can also add time, which is just taking your wrist flat and pointing to it like you're pointing out what time it is on your watch. And say, which is just taking your hand flat and touching it to your chin right here. Oh, Kit Kat, are you in the camera? Okay. You can see Kit Kat's ears. She's trying to be in the camera too, but she doesn't want to be all the way on the camera. Yeah? Do you want to say hello to all of our Storytime friends? Is that why you're on the camera? Or do you want more treats? That's the real question, isn't it? Now, if we want to add time and say we can, but otherwise we can just stick with hello and friends, right? Are you guys ready? Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Oh my gosh, you guys did such a good job. Know that I can't technically hear you through the phone, but I feel like I can. I feel like I can hear you singing along with me out there while you're watching this recording. All right, now it really is time to talk about our kitty cat friends. Now, another sign language word that we're going to learn today is cat, right? Because we're going to be singing so many rhymes that have the word cat in them. So if we know the sign language word, we can say it with our mouths in English, right? We can say it in sign language, and we could even say it in another language if you know one. I know one other way to say cat. I know how to say cat in Spanish. In Spanish, cat is gato. Gato. In sign language, cat is like this. You take your thumb and your pointer finger and you pull it out from your chin, kind of like you're drawing a little whisker, because cats have whiskers, right? Right on their cheeks, cats have little whiskers coming out. So if you want to say cat in sign language, you just do this. Yeah, cat. You guys got it. If you know any other words for cat, if you know another language that you speak at home with your family, go ahead and put it in the comments. I would love that. I always love to learn new words. I always love to learn new languages. That's why we love using sign language in Storytime, right? Because it's a way to learn a new language together that so many people speak around the country, right? Oh, Kit Kat is going for the treats again. I was right. Now, in Storytime, the thing that we always love to do is a little bit of a flannel game, don't we? We always love to do a flannel story or a game. Now, can you think of any words that rhyme with the word cat? Oh, there are a lot of good ones. Let's think. Mat, flat, sat. What about something that you wear on your head? Not a headband. I know, headband is a long word. That doesn't rhyme with cat. Something you wear on your head that rhymes with cat. Hat? Did you guys guess it? We have a lot of kinds of hats today for story time. We have this hat. Do you know which one this is? Who uses a hat like this? A firefighter, right? That's a fire hat. Fire helmet. What about this one? What about this one? Is it a construction hat, a construction helmet? Let's see, what else do we have? What about this one? Is there a rabbit coming out of this hat and it's so sparkly and magical? Is it a magician's hat? A magician's hat? Oh my gosh, we have 3 whole hats so far. Let's see what else we have. What about this one? This one is a hat where someone is cooking in the kitchen, making our food. Is it a chef's hat? A chef's hat? And we have one more. Let's see. What hat is this one? You ever seen someone wearing this hat with a little cross on it? A little red cross? A nurse's hat, right? Sometimes nurses wear hats like this when they're helping people. All right, let's get all of our hats here. Let's get all of our hats here. So we're gonna play a little bit of a hide and seek game. A little hide and seek. Do you guys like to play games like that? I do. I like to play games like that. All right, let's see. All our hats on here. Now we know, since it's cat themed story time, that the person that's going to be hiding that we have to find is a little kitty cat, right? A little kitty cat. Now I'm going to hide the little kitty cat behind one of these hats, and I'm going to do it below the camera so you can't see it, so that you can't see it, and then you can yell out your guess to your grown-up. I know, since it's recorded, since our story time is recorded, you can't tell me your guess, but you can tell your grown-up your guess, right? You can tell your grown-up which hat you think the kitty cat is hiding behind. Now this goes with a little bit of a rhyme, of course. We love to use rhymes in story time because they help us slow down language, right? So when we're learning new words or when we're figuring out how words sound, the parts that they're made up of, we can do a little bit of a rhyme, and that helps us. So the rhyme that goes with our little hat guessing game is, ooh, and let me move back a little bit so that you guys can see the whole flannel board, is kitty cat, are you behind the, and then we're going to guess which hat kitty cat is hiding behind. Do you think we could do that together? Kitty cat, are you behind the, Kit Kat's guess is the construction helmet, the construction hat. Should we check that one? No kitty cat. That was such a good guess though, Kit Kat. Should we do another one? Kitty cat, are you behind the, Kaba, do you have a guess? Oh, Kaba's guess is the chef's hat. The chef's hat. Are you behind the chef's hat? No kitty cat. That was a very good guess, Kaba. Kitty cat, are you behind the, should I guess this time? The nurse's hat. Let's see. There's kitty cat. good. Oh my gosh, you guys are such good guessers and rhymers. Now you can play that game at home. I know, you don't have to have a fancy flannel board to play that game with me. You could print out some pictures of different types of hats, or you could even use real hats, right? You could even use real hats that you have lying around. Maybe you have a kitty cat stuffed animal that's small enough to hide under them, or maybe you could draw a little picture of a kitty cat and put that up. Put that underneath your hats, mix it up, tell your grown-up not to peek, and you can take turns hiding and seeking your little kitty cat and singing that rhyme together. I'm going to also put the lyrics for that rhyme. Kit Kat, you're back. Did you like that game? You like that game? I'm also going to put the lyrics for that rhyme in the description for the video so that you guys can sing it along if you forget. If you forget the words, you can sing it along, or you can also rewatch any of our Storytime videos, right? All of our videos are up on our playlists on YouTube and Facebook so that you guys are able to rewind and fast forward, watch your favorite ones again, any time of the day you like. I know that it can be really hard to schedule things with such a little one, right? When we have little ones at home and we're working, maybe our little ones or our bigger kids are doing some school at home, it can be really hard. So we like to have them stay up there recorded so you can choose whatever time you like to watch them. Another thing that we like to do you want another treat, Kit Kat? You want another treat? Another thing that we like to do so that you can have fun with your kiddos any time of the day, any day of the week, is we have our dial-a-story, right? We have our dial-a-story. Now our dial-a-story line is where we read aloud picture books and chapter books to you, and there's even adult selections on there now, so our grown-ups can have something to listen to. Right now we have our One Book, One Community, the Midnight Library, up there for our grown-ups to listen to. And this week we have a kitty cat themed story. We have the picture book Millions of Cats. I know, can you imagine that many cats? I can barely keep up with these two. I can barely keep up with 2 kitty cats. I can't imagine millions of cats. But that's the book that's up there. It's silly and fun. And if you want to listen to that or any of our other picture books, we have at least 3 picture books every single week on our dial-a-story. Now our dial-a-story number is 847-999-7600, and that number you can call any day of the week, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and you don't even need the internet, right? You don't even need the internet to call. So if you're looking for something to do, maybe you're waiting in line or on a car trip, maybe it's before bed and you just don't feel up to doing a read aloud yourself, you can snuggle up together as a family, call into our dial-a-story and listen. Maybe grown-ups, you need to get something done, and you can call up into our dial-a-story and let your kiddos listen while you get what you need to get done. It's so great for all different case scenarios, right? All different scenarios. That's perfect for it. All right, are we ready to do another little bit of a rhyme? Are we ready to do another little bit of a rhyme together? Now, do you know the rhyme head, shoulders, knees, and toes? Yeah, head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. I know I can't bend down all the way to my toes because then you won't be able to see me in the camera. But you guys can bend all the way down to your toes. But we're going to change that rhyme up a little bit for our kitty cat theme. Now, kitty cats have paws, right? Can you make your paws? Paws, paws, yeah. And they have whiskers, right? Just like our sign for cat. Whiskers, yeah. And they have ears, for sure. They have those nice pointy ears, right? I'll use my kitty cat ears when I say ears instead of my regular ears. I'll use my kitty cat ones. And they have something we definitely do not have, right? They have a tail behind them, don't they? Can you reach back behind you and use your arm to make a little bit of a tail? And we're gonna do this rhyme to the tune of head, shoulders, knees, and toes, but with our special kitty cat body parts. Don't worry, I'm going to put the lyrics for this one in the description for the video as well. And if you want to do it along at home and you don't have the video with you, I'm also going to put our cat Storytime handout in the description, so you can download that or take a picture on your phone, and you can have this rhyme anytime until you memorize it. Then you know it forever, right? All right, I'm going to do it kind of slow the first time, and then we'll speed it up the second time. Does that sound good? Paws, whiskers, ears and tail, ears and tail. Paws, whiskers, ears and tail, ears and tail. We'll lick our fur, right? How kitty cats take a bath. We'll lick our fur and nap right here. Kitty cats do love to nap. Should we pretend to nap? Oh, kitty cat nap. And then we do our body parts one more time. Paws, whiskers, ears, and tail. We ready to speed it up a little bit? Paws, whiskers, ears, and tail, ears and tail. Paws, whiskers, ears, and tail, ears and tail. We'll lick our fur and nap right here. Paws, whiskers, ears and tail, ears and tail. Oh my gosh, you guys got it. What a good body part, and what a good pretending to be kitty cats. Now, what noise do kitty cats like to make a lot when they're trying to talk to us? When they're trying to talk to us in their kitty cat language, what noise do they make? Meow, right? Meow. Oh my gosh, I know you guys are doing such a great kitty cat noise out there. I know that it's not possible to hear it through the phone, but I feel it, right? I feel that you are doing such a great kitty cat noise. Now, what's really cool is that all different languages, like we talked about how there are so many different ways to say the word cat, there are also so many different ways to say the word meow, and there are different ways that it's written down in books and picture books, right? So you can do some research with your grown-up, and on the Storytime handout I have some information about that. So if you want to look at that, you can do some research with your grown-up and find out different ways that the meow sound is written down and said in other languages. It's pretty interesting, right? It's pretty interesting. Now, since we are very well practiced with our meow, I think that we're ready to do another little rhyme that uses our meow, right? Now, I bet that you know the rhyme that this goes to, the tune that this goes to already. Do you know the song, If You're Happy and You Know It? Yeah, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. You guys know. Now, what if we change the lyrics to be, if you're a kitty and you know it, say meow. Yeah, we got to get practice for these fantastic kitty cat voices. We've got to get our practice in. And if you're a kitty cat and you know it, say meow, meow. If you're a kitty cat and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're a kitty cat and you know it, say meow, meow. Now, what else could we do if we were a kitty cat? What about licking our paws, right? Like we did in the other rhyme. Should we do that one? If you're a kitty cat and you know it, lick your paws. If you're a kitty cat and you know it, lick your paws. If you're a kitty cat and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're a kitty cat and you know it, lick your paws. What else could we do? What else do kitty cats like to do? Do they like to do something with their nails? Yeah, do they like to scratch with their nails? Maybe on a scratching post or on one of their toys? Should we do sharpen your claws? Should we do sharpen your claws? Let's do that one together. If you're a kitty cat and you know it, sharpen your claws. Yeah, that's kind of a good claw noise. I think that's a good claw noise. If you can think of a better one, you guys let us know. Let us know, and I'll do the different claw noise next time we do cat story time. We'll use the swoop one for now. If you're a kitty cat and you know it, sharpen your claws. Shh, shh. If you're a kitty cat and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're a kitty cat and you know it, sharpen your claws. Shh, shh. Now, I think the last one that we should do, our last verse of this rhyme, is we should do that lovely, wonderful purring noise that kitty cats do when they're happy, right? Do they purr, purr, right? Deep in their throat, you can hear that. And if you have a kitty cat, you can feel their whole body vibrating with that purr when they're so happy. Maybe when you're petting them or giving them a treat like we saw before. I know I can't even say that word very loud because someone, Kit Kat, is down here on the floor waiting for another one. We'll give her one more at the very end of story time. Does that sound good? Okay. Now let's do our rhyme with purr. Are you ready with your purr noise? Purr, purr, purr. Yeah, you ready? If you're a kitty cat and you know it, purr aloud. Purr, purr. If you're a kitty cat and you know it, purr aloud. Purr. If you're a kitty cat and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're a kitty cat and you know it, purr aloud. Purr. I know, I am not as good as a kitty cat for purring. They make a much prettier noise than me. And people who are able to roll their R sound, I wish that I was able to do that, can make such a cool purring noise. I work with what I've got, right? We don't have to be perfect to join in on story time, right? Grown-ups, I know sometimes we're so worried about embarrassing ourselves if we don't have a great singing voice or we aren't great at dancing and we're doing that part of story time. But our kiddos don't care. They just love the enthusiasm, right? They just love how happy we are to be enjoying and participating in story time with them. So don't you worry if you have a not so great purr noise like mine. Don't you worry. Your kiddos don't care. Your kiddos don't care. All right, now before we start wrapping up story time with our imagination meditation and with our goodbye song and a little bit of a craft, I think we have time for one more rhyme. And I'm moving my fingers because this is a counting rhyme. Can you guys hold up 5 fingers? If you can't, that's totally fine too. Everybody's body is different. You can just say the words, the number words with your mouth instead of with your fingers. I'm gonna go ahead and count on my fingers since I have them ready here. We're gonna start with 5 little kittens. 5, right? They're all standing in a row together, right? And then they're gonna nod to us. Hello, hello. And then they're gonna run over to the left and run over to the right. I know it's a little bit mirrored in your vision of my camera, but I promise I'm running to the left and the right. If you have a question about which way is left and which way is right, just go ahead and ask your grown-up. That's a hard skill to learn. That's a hard thing to learn. So it's okay if you need to ask for some help. Our 5 little kittens. Then they nod, then they run to the left, then they run to the right, then they stand up and stretch. Kitties love to stretch their muscles, right? Can you feel that in your muscles in your hand? That nice stretch. Then, this part's a little bit scary for our kitty cats. Along comes a doggy. I know, even when doggies don't mean to be scary, sometimes they're just so much bigger than kitty cats that kitty cats get scared of them. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes kitty cats and doggies can snuggle up together and have fun, but if we don't know a doggy and a doggy is coming towards us and is so much bigger, we might get scared if we were a kitty, right? So we have our 5 little kittens and they are gonna get a little bit scared. We're gonna bring out our other hand to make our doggy. Can we make like a mouth for our doggy? And our kitty cats are scared, so they're gonna run away. They're gonna run away, and we can put our hand behind our back, or we can move it to the side. I'm gonna go ahead and put it behind my back for that part, but if you wanna just move it to the side, that's fine too. We're gonna do this rhyme twice, because it's a brand new rhyme, right? But don't worry, the lyrics are right there in the comments for you too. 5 little kittens standing in a row. They nod their heads to the children just so. They run to the left. They run to the right. They stand up and stretch in the bright sunlight. This is our doggy part. Along comes a dog who's in for some fun. Meow! Those kittens run. They ran away, right? We do it one more time. 5 little kittens standing in a row. They nod their heads to the children just so. They run to the left. They run to the right. They stretch stretch out in the bright sunlight. Uh-oh. Here comes a dog looking for some fun. Ruff, 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 ruff. Meow. Oh, away those kittens run. Oh my gosh. You guys are so good at your counting and your hand movements. Your muscles are so strong, and you're very good at your doggy and kitty noises. I know that we have so many Storytime experts out there. I can just feel it. Now, I mentioned that we were going to end Storytime with our imagination meditation, right? But before we get to our imagination meditation, I wanted to show you a really quick little craft that you can do at home if you have a kitty cat, or if you know someone who has a kitty cat and you want to give them a nice gift, or sometimes some kitty cat shelters or foster homes for kitty cats who haven't found their forever home yet, accept donations of toys. You should call ahead first because sometimes they don't, but a lot of times they do. And I'm going to show you a way to make a really simple kitty cat toy. Where are my things? There they are. All right, so all you're going to need is a little square of scrap fabric. So if your grown-up uses fabric, or you could use some felt, you could use some felt too. So I just grabbed this piece of scrap, and you're gonna need some catnip. Kit Kat's gonna get excited in just a second when she smells this, when I open this up. You're gonna get some catnip. Yeah, I know you know what it is. You're gonna pour the catnip in the middle of your square of fabric, right? Put this away. Put this away so we don't have someone digging their way into the jar. Kit Kat, I know that you would do that. Then we're gonna pinch up all of the sides of our little fabric piece so that catnip stays right in the middle. Yeah, we can push it down a little bit so that we have a little ball down here with all the catnip, and then we have these little pieces up here. And to tie it closed, we just take another strip of the fabric. We cut a nice thin strip, or you could use a ribbon, you could use some string. Just go ahead and be careful if you're using string, because kitty cats can't eat string. That'll make them sick, so make sure you tie it nice and tight, or you use some thicker something like a ribbon or a piece of fabric. And you're gonna tie it a couple of times so that you have your little sides, right, and your top, so that you can dangle it in front of your kitty cat, because kitty cats do love to pounce on things, right? We'll see if we can get Kit Kat up here so that I can show you if she likes the toy. Come uppy. Come uppy, Kit Kat. Do you want to look at what we made? What we made with our Storytime friends? Come up. Come here. Oh, Kit Kat, do you like this toy? Do you like this toy? Yeah, do you like that? You gonna play with that? And don't worry, guys, I made an extra one for her sister, too, so that they can each have one. Her sister's taking a little bit of a nap right now, so she's not joining us for story time. Oh, Kit Kat is loving that toy. She's loving to smell it. Should I bring you guys down so that you can see her? I bring you guys down so you can see her. Hey, Kit Kat, do you want to show your Storytime friends your toy? Is that your toy? Your new toy? Oh, do you like that? Do you like that? Oh my gosh, she is having an adventure with that toy. That's the perfect thing to give to your friends who have kitty cats, or if you have a kitty cat at home. All right, so now it really is time to wind down. I know you're so excited. Wow, you are very excited about that toy. This was a very successful craft. This was very successful. Now it really is time to wind down just a little bit for our end of story time. What we do every single story time is we do a little bit of an imagination meditation, right? We imagine that we have something really hot, like coffee or tea for our grown-ups, or hot cocoa or soup for our kiddos. We hold a cup of it, right? And when something's really hot, but we want to drink it anyway, we blow our breath out, right? And we pretend to take a sip. And we breathe in, and we feel that imaginary liquid going down into our throat and our chest and our tummy. And then we let that breath out. So our breath pattern is out, in, out. and we're gonna do it 3 times together. If you can only do it 1 time, if you're getting distracted like Kit Kat over here, that's just fine. Cats are pretty much like toddlers, aren't they? They get distracted, they move around, you think they're not paying attention to you, but they're listening, just like our toddlers. So if your toddlers are getting up and moving around, that's totally fine. We'll do the imagination meditation every single week, and I bet they'll be better and better. I bet they'll do a better job at it every single week. Are you ready for our first time? Time number 2. Our last time, time number 3. How does your body feel? Does it feel any differently? My body feels a little bit more tired, a little looser. My jaw feels looser. I didn't realize before meditation that I was clenching my jaw tight. Sometimes when we get stressed or frustrated, we can hold that tension in our bodies, not just our minds, right? When we do our imagination meditation, it reminds us to slow down just a little bit and relax. All right, Storytime friends. Storytime is never long enough for me, and I wish that we could just keep going and going and going, but that's why we have our dial-a-story, and that's why we have all these recordings of Storytime so that you guys can have Storytimes anytime you like, and Miss Ann doesn't get too tired from doing Storytimes all day, every day, though I wish I could. Our goodbye song that we do at the end of Storytime every week is the same as our hello song, except we say goodbye in sign language, which is just opening our hand flat and closing it, instead of hello. All the rest of the signs and the lyrics are the same. Ready? Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, Storytime friends, my little kitty cats out there. I hope that you had a lovely time today. I sure did. I love you. I miss seeing you so very much, and I hope that I'll be able to see you soon in person, right? Not just over the video. Mwah.